Hi everybody and welcome to another Transformers review. Today I'm taking a look at the FWI-4 Jetwing upgrade from Fans Want It. I'm going to be putting it on this guy here, which I believe is it's based on the Amazon exclusive repaint, I think it was. Basically, this is a knockoff. This is an awesome third-party kit, both of which come from TF Direct. The link is in the description below. Check them out. They are great guys. Yeah, so I'm going to be using this guy for the purpose of the review. I will review him separately if you guys want to see what the quality's like on him. So far, so good. All of the knockoffs I've had from this mould have been absolutely superb. Really impressed with how they're boshing these out. But we're here to take a look at the Fans Want It Jetwing upgrade kit. Let's have a quick look around the box. Nice big kind of stenciled picture on the front there. Nothing on the side. On the back you've got the silhouetted image of Optimus Prime with this kit on in tow. Nothing on the side. Not here to review the box. Let's review the product. And here we have it, out of the box. We've got this instruction set here with these additional padding sections. I'm not sure what they're for yet. It looks like you insert them over the gun tips once they're on. And you've got the entire set there in a blister shell. Now, first thing I notice about the grey, kind of this gunmetal used, it's exactly the same grey as this guy. It's exactly the same. You're not going to get any closer. They've done a fantastic match. Really great job to those. Out of the clamshell, first impressions are pretty good. It seems to be made of a fairly solid plastic. It actually feels a little bit thicker than the plastic used for the Fans Want It 3. Not that there was anything wrong with the Fans Want It 3. It just seems to have, I don't know, it seems to be a slightly better consistency. Although the wings themselves do feel somewhat hollow, it's just a really nice kit. It does look really nice. The paint applications are very good, albeit minimal. You know, like with the FWI, the kind of grenade thing here. The hinges, there doesn't seem to be any real stress marks or anything on the plastic. Everything seems to be done to a pretty high standard. The sort of thing you would actually expect from an official Hasbro release. So I'm actually pretty impressed with this. Like I say, no real stress marks. Nothing that's instantly jumping out at me. No kind of obvious faults. Yeah, really quite impressed. Just taking a look at some of the detailing on the gun. Obviously, we'll go into more detail once these are attached to Prime, but they're good. I mean, I painted up my Fans Want It Ironhide set and that, but these don't need painting. These just look really nice off the cuff. Fantastic. And the benefits of this kit. I was tossing and turning about getting this kit or the Cubex kit, and then I found out you had to add this, add that, do this, do that for that Cubex kit, which was a shame because it looked so good. With this, it goes on any of those primes. You can get any version of the mould and you don't need to modify it at all. Taking a look at Optimus Prime, there's very minimal prep work that we need to do to get Prime ready for his kind of add-on set. As you can see at the back here, I've kind of got his kind of sections here folded down. All you need to do, this is how it is as standard. Unplug this, pull this section down. This is just going to extend out, and you just want to have that hang down there and just plug this in here. That's pretty much all the preparation you're going to need. These back sections plug onto the back of the feet. They are specific to which side goes on which. This is Optimus's left foot, and it's got this thin section on the outside here, and the fat section on the inside, and this other side is a completely different shape. Basically, these slide in and just tab in over here. So it's just a matter of getting them to fit on. At the moment I've had no paint rub or anything, so that's good. Just literally slide those on and they fit on the back of the heels like so. Taking a look at the actual armour, if we look on the inside of the armour, make sure these wings are pointing outwards. And there's this small slot here. Now remember those shoulder pads that I showed you? These here, there's a small kind of triangular tab, and that basically fits on at the angle of a dangle. And that then, if I can line this up on the camera, pushes in and just slides in like so. It doesn't go completely plush, it's basically just designed to go in at kind of a cross angle there and slide in. because they're designed to be able to be removed again for a different position whilst in vehicle mode. But yep, that's our next step. We've got these two holes here. With this section here with the curvature facing downwards, you want to bring those plugs in, and he says just apply pressure to the centre there, and that plugs in like so. We can now lift these sections up on the other side, rotate this wing all the way out like so, and this section here is going to be what clips on to the back of our Optimus Prime just here. And making sure that these sections are just twisted down, otherwise we'll have some clearance issues. We want to bring in the backpack section, and we want to hook that over this section here. He says he tries to do it all on camera. That's hooked over there. And coming and look on the inside, again there's this small hook here. We want to pull that and push it so it locks underneath his butt section there. Can you see that? That is just hooked on. That is on a very tight spring. You pull this back and you hook that on, and now that's not going anywhere. That is hooked on brilliantly. You next want to bring in your guns I showed you earlier on, and those last pads. We can then slot those into the triangular holes like so, just kind of tidying up the guns. We then have these small end caps. There's a square peg and a circular peg. You line the square peg up and a circle peg and place those on like so. Now they don't go on incredibly tight, but it's tight enough that it's not going to come off or come loose, and that really tops it off. Now if your Prime does have blades or axes, make sure they are stowed away. And you want to bring these in, you want to make sure that this clear grey section is facing inwards. There's then a small handle on the inside there, that is going to peg directly into his hand like so. Let's bring this arm in and do the same with this side. Remember, this section here facing on the inside, bring that in. Let's extend the arm slightly, bring that in, and that plugs nicely. He says, let's get that lined up. Where are you? For some reason I'm not lining this up correctly. There we go. And that's on. Now before you ask, the UFO hands will fit these. The cutout section on the UFO hands is exactly the same as your bog standard cutout section. So if you have the UFO hands installed on your Optimus, this is still okay, this kit will still work. Just to finish the arms off, where you've slotted the handle into the fist, you can then bring this section back round. That then closes that off, securing it onto the arm. And here we have him with the kit on. I've actually had to fold his wings down slightly because it's so big that it's hitting against the curtain I used for my backdrop. But doesn't that look absolutely superb? I absolutely love this kit. Okay, it probably doesn't look as good on the Black Prime as I would have hoped because of the colours, but I'll get it on the Striker Prime, is it? I think I'll put it on Striker Prime as well just to see how it looks on him, but wow, that is some kit. They've done a really great job. Again, I think I'm actually liking this a lot more than I did with the Fans Want It 3, and just because you're not getting those chicken legs, and this is pretty much as accurate as you're going to get to the Dark of the Moon kit, and yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted him to have this big, huge, chunky monkey kit on him, and it really works. I mean, I love the detailing on here. The pipes really, really work. They really bring it out. You've got space on the back there. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can fit some guns or something on there as well. All in all, bot mode, it looks incredible. But this big bad boy on in vehicle mode, pretty much going to have to do the exact opposite to what we've done to get it on. So you want to unclip your hands by folding the sections down, folding them back up, pulling the guns off. Do that for both. You want to pull off the back sections that we used on the heel spurs as well. We're going to use those separately. So we want to pull those off. Like so. The backpack section, you want to lift the sections up here, lift it up there, come round to his bum, and that just slots off like so. Get your Prime out of the way. Now, it was my mistake. I thought we put these back somewhere else, but we don't. We need to keep those where they are, but we do need to pull this section out here. We need to turn this section around. Just peg on using this one here. Plug that on. It's going to take a little bit of manoeuvring, but there we go, that's on there. You can then bring the second piece in, which looks like that. That's then going to fit in that gap that we've got with those holes and those holes. So we'll bring that in. That's going to peg in and apply some pressure there. There we go, and that's fixed on nicely. It's time I'm bringing in Optimus Prime. I just want to see just how well the colours match up. Now we've got a peg slot here, and a circle slot here. On the underside of the wings we've got peg, peg, circle. So you can see where this is going. We're going to attach said peg to those. We want to move these wings up and out of the way. And we're going to peg that in. That should just tab in nicely. Tab, 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 like so. This time with the grey section on the outside, you've got this locating peg here and a locating peg here. You're going to slide that on like so. If I can just line that up. With both backpack sections located on those central pins, you've got these slots here where the grey sections then plug in. We can then go back to this section that we took off from the underside of the wing. Now that's going to locate on these two pegs here. You want this section facing downwards, and that then plugs in on there like so and like so. That's just basically there to kind of finalise the overall aesthetics of the cannons. Oh man, I'm really loving how this looks in vehicle mode. It's cracking. The colour match is perfect. I really love, obviously you know I love the armour on the front of Prime, and then to go into this huge massive backpack wing section, it does look good. I mean, he is sporting some fantastic armoury there. The downside of this being, if you were to have these sections flipped up and folded round to kind of his battle mode, so you can use his mech tech weapon, it wouldn't fit. It would kind of get in the way and hinder these guns sitting down, which is a shame. Just a little bit of extra firepower he could have been packing, but does he really need any now that he's sporting this? I think not. Really love how they've kind of carried on with this aesthetic. And the red, I think, is very, very slightly off, but you honestly can't notice it at all. The greys, the silvers, the blues, this has to be the best kit these guys have produced, and I am so glad that I got it. No regrets whatsoever. It's worth absolutely every penny. You guys have to go and get this. You really, really do. I think I'm going to get in touch with the guys and possibly order another one of these. I just think it looks so good in bot mode and vehicle mode. I honestly don't know how to display it. So yeah, get two. That's what I'm going to do. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope this has been informative. Leave your comments in the comments box below. If you see anybody else's comment or question that you think needs bumping up, give them a thumbs up. The ones at the top are a lot easier for me to find and answer. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks to the guys at TF Direct for the hookup. And until next time, goodbye.